side, rev well, 10-minute workout. We're going to really work on strength with this one, and more so with strength with the legs here. So we're going to do the thing standing, and you can use a free wall space if you have one, or a chair. Today we're going to use the wall specifically. So before we get into more of our strength elements, we're going to work on a few range of motion things to kind of warm up our joints, particularly if you have arthritis, your joints might be a little bit achy. So we're going to start with simply taking one foot, and we're going to turn the toes in, and we're going to turn them out. So just starting to get some mobility in the hip, because we're going to work on the legs and the hips a lot. So turn it in as far as works for you, and as far out as works. So staying with this same leg, we're going to tap it to the front and tap it to the back. Okay? So as you tap either way to the front or the back, you want to make sure that you're standing up nice and tall. And now we're going to take it to a tap out to the side and a tap across. And then we're going to put those kind of together. So it's a tap to the front, a tap to the side, and a tap back. And last time we're going to circle around, and then we're going to go to the other leg. So again, turning it in and turning it out. And then we'll start that tapping to the front and tapping to the back. And then we'll start to take it a tap out to the side and across. And then we'll put them together. So 3 of them, to the front, to the side, to the back. And then we'll come back up to standing tall. So one of the things that we do all of the time is get in and out of chairs. So leg strength is really important. So we're going to do just a few things to warm up the legs, particularly with the movements of getting up and down off of a chair. So our feet are hip distance apart, and what we're going to do is we're going to start to bend our knees, and we're going to stick our hips way back, okay, and then come out. So as you do this, as you come back, you want to make sure that your knees are basically right over top of your ankles. So some of you might be taking your knees way over your toes, and what happens is that's really not working your butt muscles, okay? And you need to use those to get up and down from a chair. So the hips stick way back, and the knees maybe just come, forward over the ankles a little bit. Good, and then we'll come up. So our next one, we're going to come to a wall. So you just need a wall space. You're going to take your hands and open up them really wide, about shoulder distance apart. So this is going to be a push-up that we're going to do, but we're really going to work the triceps. So you're going to take and tap your elbow towards the wall, and then come away. So your spine is up nice and tall, and you just tap and come away. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do 10 reps. So just counting to yourself, doing those 10 reps, and then after 10, we're going to move on to something else. Alright, so after your 10th one, we're going to come into a lunge. And again, you might want to use the wall for this one. But it's not going to be a lunge forward, it's going to be a lunge back. So what we're going to do is we're going to step one leg back, bend it back, and then come up. We're going to go to the other side. So we're going to do 10 on each side. Okay, so again, count towards yourself. So in this, trying to keep your toes straight forward, your belly muscles are engaged a little bit here. Okay, finish up your 10 on each side, and when you're done with that, we're going to go back to the wall. So this time when you go back to the wall, it's going to be more of a wider stance with the arms. And you're going to bend the elbows. The elbows are going to kind of move back. So now you're working more of the upper back. Again, 10 of them. So your nose will come towards the wall here. It doesn't have to touch the wall at all. You're just going to a 90-degree angle. And then when you're done with that 10th one, we're going to come away from our wall. And we're going to do kind of a step back lunge. So what it looks like is one foot stays stationary, the other foot you're going to kind of step it back and squat back. And then you're going to go to the other side. So again, we're going to do 10 on each side. So in these, it's important that you feel your whole foot on the floor. You can see that we don't have shoes on, so we can really feel our feet in connection with the floor. You can wear shoes. You don't have to be barefoot. All right, I think we got one more to each side. And then we'll come up. So now we're going to move into just moving. So whether you want to do a polka or pretend like you're jumping rope, whatever you need to do, but we're going to do about 30 seconds of it. So again, a polka or a pretend jumping rope, whatever you need to do, just keeping the heart rate going as you move here. Okay, so 30 seconds. In Isaiah 40:31 it says, "Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength." So all of these things that you are doing physically is renewing your strength in your physical body. And the Lord calls us to take care of our physical bodies because that is the vessel that we use to do His work, to do what He has called us to do with our lives. So as you exercise, as you move, you are literally renewing your strength in the Lord. All right, you have 5 more seconds of it. Good, and then we're going to repeat these, but now we're going to go to 15 repetitions of all of that. So take a breath if you need to. We're going to start with the feet hip distance apart. We're going to take and sit it back. So 15 of them. So if you need to slow down this a little bit, if you need to maybe only do 10 reps, that is perfectly fine. These ladies behind me have been my students for a really long time, so they're really used to these movements. So you just do whatever you need to do. All right, after that 15th one, you're going to head towards the wall. This is the one where we're going to do the hands shoulder distance apart, and we're going to tap the elbows to the wall. Almost done. Good. After that 15th one, we're coming back away. Use the wall if you need to for support, and we're going to do that lunge back. So it's a lunge back, step up. Those of you who want to add more to this, you always have the option of getting some handheld weights and you're doing a little bicep curl with it. And if you want to, you can do that without having any weights as well. We're almost done with that 15, and then you're going to go to the wall. We're going to do the wide grip then. Okay, so bending into just 90-degree angles here because we want to protect the shoulders here. All right, just a few more. All right, then you can come away with your done with that last one, and then we'll take it to that kind of stepped back with a squat. So in this, the hips again stick way back as you go. And again, if you had weights and you wanted to add that, you just do that bicep curl with it as you stick the hips back. Probably getting tired, because I'm getting tired. So keep going. So renewing your strength right here. All right, when you're done with that last one, last 30 seconds, jumping, polka, whatever you need to do. And then we'll take a few breaths and cool down. So you're almost to the end. All right, 5 more seconds. Good, take and release. All right, feet hip distance apart. Take a big breath, reach it up. And exhale it all the way down. Let's do 2 more and then big breaths up. That next one, just reach one arm up. Take a look up and just stretch the whole side of your body. Good. Take it to the other side. Good. And then release it down. We're going to take a big wrap our arms around ourselves and try to walk your fingertips back. And then open the arms out to the side. Reach your fingertips to the back wall. Good, and then opposite arm wraps over top. And then release it. Thank you for joining me today. That was a tough one, so thanks for pushing through.